Hola, mis amigos. I am JP Bonilla here with another episode of the Real Rap Podcast live from the Viva Radio Studio. And over here we got Javi, too.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Real Rap Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have a nice show for you today. Going to definitely be a little bit of a short show, but some cool things that we definitely want to talk about and touch bases on for today's episode.
Yeah, a bit of a short episode because I overtalked and I forgot we were running out of time. But we're going to get into the news and everything. So first off, the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer came out today. I'm very excited. It looked good. So far, so good. And they showed a lot of stuff. We finally got to see Hugh Jackman and, moving with the Wolverine suit and everything in action. It was wonderful, beautiful. We saw the villain, Cassandra Nova, who is played by Emma Corrin. Matthew McFadden as Paradox. We got a little bit more of him. We got a little bit more backstory about what's going on in this film. It looks like Cassandra might be... she might be, trying to destroy all these other universes. I think that's the gist of what I got from the trailer. It kind of looks like that. And seeing as she's can control some people, it looks like she might be controlling some of the TVA members, and that's why it looks like they're attacking. That's why they're attacking the TVA members. This is my assumptions and everything. But it looks like we're headed towards that route. So this is cool. We got a bunch of cool Easter eggs, and we got a bunch of cool characters that we saw in the trailer. The trailer included some people from the original X-Men franchise. It looks like we will have X-23 back after her appearance in Logan. We got Israel from X-Men First Class. We got Toad. And we got a bunch of other characters from the original X-Men franchise. So it looks like Deadpool and Wolverine will be a love letter to the Fox X-Men universe, which makes me happy. I'm a big fan of that universe. They had a lot of stinkers. I'm sure Javi has seen some of them too. X-Men Origins and Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. There's been some bad ones, but there's been a lot of good ones, like fantastic ones, in fact, like Days of Future Past, First Class, Logan, the first X-Men movie, X2. All of them I rate very, very, very highly. And of course, there's Deadpool 1 and 2. We can't forget about those. But yeah, Javi, what do you think? I don't know if you saw it yet.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. I'm really excited for Deadpool 3 and Wolverine in it. Really good to see Hugh Jackman back. I mean, he's a legend. He made Wolverine such this cool, iconic character. I mean, Wolverine was already a cool, iconic character, but he just made it more with like the live action. And he just perfect. He's like the perfect fit to play Wolverine. It's so cool to see him back. Of course, we all know what happened at the ending of Logan, but it's cool to see him, back and reprise that role. And it should be a fun film. Comes out this summer. I think it comes out July 26th. Is the date. So yeah, so it should be fun, and definitely excited to see it. And Wolverine and Deadpool, the iconic duo teaming up. But yeah, it should be fun, and I'm really excited to see how it unfolds because, like you mentioned, I am a X-Men fan, and X-Men has a lot of great movies too. They have a lot of ones that aren't so great, but the good ones really do stick out, like the original X-Men, X2, and then Days of Future Past was actually, really good too. It's actually, believe it or not, celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. It came out 10 years ago, May 2014. I remember seeing that in the theaters with my cousins. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. But, yeah, looking forward to Deadpool and Wolverine. Looks like a fun time.
Yeah, if you think about it, even though this is an MCU film, like the X-Men universe, the Fox one, it's lasted really long if you think about it, because the last official like Fox X-Men universe movie is the New Mutants. So that means from 2020 that franchise was going. Now that, I mean, that's not super unusual these days because you got Mission Impossible with this, even longer. Yeah. Fast and Furious. Mission Impossible is going on since, like, the movies since the 90s, but as a franchise since 1960s. Yeah. It's insane. And then you got The Matrix, and this are all I can think of. Dune's technically the franchise. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Star Trek. Keep it going. We could keep it going, but but X-Men's like the first superhero franchise to have that, longevity compared to others. Now it's not unusual with the MCU, of course, but no other superhero franchise has made it to its 20th, and 20 years. And if we count this the X-Men Fox movie, which I do, we're at 24. So it's actually pretty insane, like, to see how far we've come with it. I'm really excited. I love that, I love this universe. Even the awful movies I still like and watch because at least they're entertainingly bad. But yeah, it looked good. Very excited. And I'm gonna be there day one in the theaters, Dolby, and I will be doing a real rap review on it for sure. Maybe I'll have Javi here too. We'll see. We'll discuss. But yeah, speaking of which, guys, be sure to check out our other real rap reviews while I'm talking about that. Javi just saw The First Omen last weekend. He had a review out, so be sure to check that out. It's a full video. But for me, I had a review of Roadhouse, the new reboot, remake, whatever it's called. Yeah, so I have that, but it's on YouTube Shorts. I only made a 1-minute short video. I've been doing more short reviews while I've been letting Javi do the longer reviews. I just don't have the time as much to do longer reviews, but I plan on doing some more when for bigger movies. Like, I'll probably do it for Furiosa. I think that's a movie we got to see that movie together and do a review together on that one. Like, I was going to do it for Dune Part 2, but believe it or not, I still haven't seen it. So there's been a couple movies I've wanted to do longer reviews for, but I just haven't had the time to. But, I think with Furiosa and Planet of the Apes, those are two that I definitely priority for longer reviews. I refuse to do a shorter review for that one. I don't think that does it enough justice. So I'll be doing longer reviews for those and a couple more. Of course, Deadpool Wolverine would be another. But I will definitely put some shorter reviews as well, like Rebel Moon Part 2, depending how I feel about the movie, because it could be a movie where from what I'm hearing about and everything, it could be a movie that either I will need more time to completely trash if I hate it, because I didn't like the first one, but I'm coming in fairly reviewing. I'm pointing that out. I don't want you guys to think I'm a hater, because I might like it. Who knows? But I either might need a minute to talk about it or more maybe an hour to talk about it, like with Expendables. Who knows? Yeah. So who knows? Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good. The infamous Expendables rant review that you did. Yeah, of course. Also too, guys, we're just sharing a mic, so it's a little bit, we have to keep on sharing it. And hopefully soon we'll have a video again too. We'll do some video podcast episodes too. But for now we're kind of sharing the mic, still adjusting to the new studio that we're using for the Real Rap Entertainment. But yeah, speaking of superheroes though, you and I were discussing this earlier before we went on the mics. We were talking about Spider-Man, and I just read, this was on Rotten Tomatoes, that Tom Holland is in the works of doing a 4th Spider-Man film. So that's interesting. I believe many of you have probably, at least should have seen No Way Home by now. But yeah, I mean, the way No Way Home ends, it kind of ends up in the air. We're not sure if he's going to return back as Spider-Man, Tom Holland, or if he is going to turn back. It's kind of up in the air and really for the audience to make the decision. But it looks like it's in the works and it's cool. And most likely this probably potentially could be Tom Holland's last role as Spider-Man. We're not sure, but it looks like he's on board for a 4th Spider-Man film, which I'm very excited for. I think he plays Spider-Man very well, and I've enjoyed these movies, and I've always been a big Spider-Man fan. I mean, growing up as a kid, that was one of my favorite superheroes, and still now as an adult, I mean, I still love me some Spider-Man. So it should be fun, and yeah, there's not too many details on it yet. It's still kind of new, but yeah, he's on board for a 4th Spider-Man film, and should be fun. What's your kind of take on that? Seeing Tom Holland, because the way how No Way Home ended, it was kind of up in air. Did you think he would come back for another Spider-Man movie?
I don't think it was ever in doubt. I believe that he was definitely going to come back. I am very excited for a 4th Spider-Man. It's made too much money for him not to come back, and it's going to be cool to finally see a Spider-Man have a 4th movie. Yeah. And I don't mean Tobey's been in the most Spider-Man movies in general. But I mean, actually, a 4th dedicated to this iteration of Spider. None of the Spider-Man have ever had a 4th iteration dedicated to just them. With Tobey, he shared with Andrew and Tom, but it was mostly focused on Tom, of course. But from this one, I'm very excited. There's a lot of rumors of what it might be, of what it might not be. It's been a year of just rumors and rumors and rumors. Some say it might be, street level Spidey, which would be really cool. Like something like him versus Kingpin, and which finally I would love to see some interaction from. Like especially since he's branched out to Echo and Hawkeye. I would love to see Kingpin and Spider-Man. That's what I remember seeing in the 1990 series. And I would love to see, something like the 1990 series and the comics, happen in, real, in live action. It'd be fantastic. I'd be so happy for that. You've seen the 90s Spider-Man animation, right? Yeah. Like that's one of the most memorable things I remember. And, it's expanded, of course, from that. It's like, it's comics, video games. He was in Web of Shadows, and I need those Spider-Man Kingpin quips in person, like in live action. Like I need those. Those are, it's always so funny. So it'd be cool to see that, you had him in Ultimate Spider-Man 2, all this stuff. So it'd be cool to see Kingpin in a Spider-Man movie. But also they want to make it, there's rumors that Sony wants to make it another multiversal movie. I'd rather have the street fighting because, the rumor was like Spider-Man, Daredevil, and maybe a bunch of other street level villains like Punisher, Jessica Jones. I think that's a lot cooler to me. That's more of a draw to me than another multiversal movie because, we're going to have a bunch of those like Secret Wars, Kang Dynasty, if those still happen, because there's a lot of rumors about those too. I don't know what's going on with the MCU. And then you have Deadpool Wolverine, and there's so much multiversal stuff that's happened already. I don't need another one. I just want something, street level and, and like you got the Spider-Verse stuff too. Like there's just too much that I'd rather have something, something grounded, street level stuff. That'd be cool. Also, I want to point out one thing I missed in the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. It looks like, in one of the shots, I totally forgot to mention it because I noticed it. But it looks like they're using an Ant-Man helmet as the main ship. So that means that they're adapting Old Man Logan and they're using Ant-Man's corpse as a thing, which is dark. Really? Jeez, yeah, Old Man Logan is a terrible comic. Like it's because I think have you heard of Old Man Logan? Yeah. Yeah, like that's what. And it's similar to Logan. Yeah, that's what Logan adapted in some ways in terms of like the how he is and like the character. The character Old Man Logan is cool, and a lot of the aspects of the comics are cool. But then there's some stupid shit in that comic. Like you have the inbred Hulks, like him and Hulk and She-Hulk have incest babies and all this stuff. It's weird. There's a lot of weird stuff in that comic. It's written by Mark Miller, so if you guys know about Mark Miller, he writes some dumb, edgy stuff, and that's one of them, one of the weird aspects of Old Man Logan. There's a lot of weird aspects of that, and then Hawkeye and Peter Parker's daughter have a kid also, and she names herself Spider Bitch and like all this other stuff. It's like, like the beginning of it and the concept of it sounds really cool, but once you get deeper into the lore of Old Man Logan, it's like this thing sucks, dude. Like it's really, really stupid. But the Ant-Man helmet thing, like it's it's weird when you hear about it, but like the concept's kind of cool. Like of him, I don't think they use his actual corpse, but like like they're not using his actual corpse and obviously, but it seems like they took the helmet from dead giant men and are using it as the main ship. So that's kind of cool. I like seeing those little multiversal MCU references as well. And I wonder if they'll make some reference like, Spider-Man, and it seems like they might have a Doctor Strange reference there. I don't know if you saw the end of the trailer when they went to the portal. It looks like one. It looks it looks like one of the portals there. So, yeah, so that's going to be cool. That's going to be really, really cool. I'm excited to see a lot. I feel a little bit more excited about the MCU, especially with one movie this year. It's like there's a lot more. And also, X-Men 97, by the way, guys, it's been a killer show. Check it out. I'm going to have a review on that, too. That's one thing. Again, I don't know if it's going to be a shorter one or longer one. Maybe longer because it's a TV show, but
there's a lot
there's
kind of a lot to like unfold in it and things like that. But yeah, X-Men 97 has been crushing it. I mean, very big popularity, and then the animation, it's just like super nostalgic for fans.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's just...
good.
It's just fun, and just they hit the animation on point too. It really feels like you're watching a cartoon like from the '90s, you know. And it's fun and very nostalgic too. And it's been getting a lot of great buzz too, and a lot of great reviews. Even LeBron James is a big fan. I have seen a few episodes. I haven't seen them all, but I have seen a few episodes of X-Men '97. Yeah, and what I've seen so far, it's very enjoyable and very entertaining. And nostalgic people who grew up in the '90s, early 2000s will definitely enjoy X-Men '97. It's nostalgic, but with its modern twist as well.
Yeah, I've just really loved the show. So yeah, if you want, we could make a longer episode with a longer real rap review. We'll probably do. See, there's a lot I want to talk about, and then I'm gonna do some short review. Like I want to see Monkey Man, so I might do a short review of that. Dune Part 2. As much as I'd love to do a longer review, I think I'm just gonna do a shorter one because we're so kind of far past from its original release date that I'd rather focus that time and energy to future movies. But there will be reviews of Dune and Monkey Man coming soon, and probably the whatever Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I'll probably watch that movie, and yeah, those there's probably going to be 3 or 4 movies I have ideas to do shorter reviews on, so we'll do that. But let's move on to the next topic. You had another one about Oldboy. Want to talk about?
Yeah, Oldboy. So I recently read on Entertainment Weekly that Oldboy, the 2003 Korean film, they are in the works of doing a series on it, like kind of like a miniseries, and that's interesting too. Oldboy is kind of like this cult classic, dark, gritty, sort of like revenge plot twist movie that's. The ending is really crazy if you haven't seen Oldboy. But yeah, I mean, it was very popular too. I mean, it kind of, because it developed this kind of like cult following, and it has some crazy action. I mean, there's this one scene in the film where he's just fighting all these dudes in the hallway with an axe. But they're going to develop it into a miniseries and should sound interesting. I know you're a fan of Oldboy. I think that's like on your letterbox. That's like in your one of your like highly ranked films, right? Yeah.
But here's the thing. First off, don't let Spike Lee direct it, because that remake was trash, very trash. Even though it had a lot of good talent towards it, and I'm sad that Spike Lee couldn't do well with it. But I have an issue with this, believe it or not. How many times do we have to adapt Oldboy? I feel like the first time was already good enough. The remake, I get it, for an American audience. Is this going to be an American adaptation again? Or is it going to be a South Korean one?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's double check. Because, I saw it on Entertainment. Most likely, I'm assuming it'll be an American adaptation. But we'll see. Yeah, it was on... it was on Entertainment Weekly when I was scrolling around, and most likely I'm pretty sure it will be an American adaptation.
Yeah, English.
Yeah, English?
Oh,
okay.
Okay, no, I'm in. From Park Chan-wook, I'm in. If he's there, I'm in.
Yeah, so it looks like, the original guy will be there too, so it definitely looks, maybe it might even be like 20, because the film came out like 20 years, so maybe it might like be 20 years later. Not a whole bunch of details on it, but that's something that's in the works, and looks like the original guy is going to be on board with it. So that's also a plus too of fans of the original Oldboy. I haven't seen the Spike Lee version of Oldboy. I know it's not not as good as people say it is. But I'm a big Spike Lee fan. But I know that the American remake wasn't as well received as the original. But that's kind of some news that's been happening with film and television and radio. And speaking of reviews, I know you said that you had a few coming out too. I do plan on, we'll probably send out do a review on Civil War. I saw Civil War last week and it was crazy. So it's a movie that definitely needs to be talked about. A lot of opinions on, for sure.
I was thinking of doing a shorter review of that one, but I think I'll let you take it from there. Yeah, I think we'll split it into, because I'll probably be doing Dune and Monkey Man. I'll let you do Civil War because, I haven't even seen it yet. So, but I do plan on seeing it. I'm very excited to see it. It's just anytime.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Yeah, it's a crazy movie. I don't think everyone's going to be probably mixed on it. I feel like it's one of those movies that whether you like it or you don't like it, but I enjoyed it. It's written and directed by Alex Garland, he did Ex Machina, Annihilation, and he did Men. So he's a good director. Ex Machina is pretty good. Annihilation was kind of all right. It's a little bit confusing, but you like both those movies? Yeah, they're both pretty good.
I got the themes of men and everything. Like, they're not hard themes to follow. It's just I didn't think the movie was that good. I thought it was his worst compared to Ex Machina and Annihilation. But I'm still excited to see Civil War. I just didn't like his last movie that much, to be honest. Like, it was just okay.
I know a lot of people didn't really like Men. Yeah, and a lot of people didn't like that movie, Men. But yeah, no, Civil War is crazy, and I'll definitely get and talk about that. And spoiler free too. Typically, most of our reviews here are spoiler free. So you guys don't have to worry about that if you haven't seen the movie, but I'll just be discussing it. And yeah, it's a movie. I'm definitely curious to hear your thoughts on it too, because like I said, it's a movie, like, I like it. It's a good movie, but it's a movie that people are going to be like whether either you like it or you don't like it, you know? And, but yeah, it's definitely worth a watch too, especially Abigail. Yeah, I do plan on seeing Abigail maybe tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to see it tomorrow. But if not, but yeah, I definitely do want to see Abigail. I've heard some good buzz about it too. And the directors who did Ready or Not and the Scream, the recent, the Scream 5 and 6. So, and it has a pretty solid cast too. Abigail. I mean, it has Giancarlo Esposito, who's been in everything. He's like in a lot of stuff, and as Catherine Newton, Melissa Barrera, who was in The Heights and in the Scream movies. Yeah, and Stevens. Angus Cloud, his final role, so
I don't think it's actually his final role.
Oh, it's not his final role.
I know he had a couple other movies, but it's one of his final roles, of course, because sadly he passed away last year. Rest in peace to him and his father. I know it was a tough year for that family, so it's a shame because he was a up and coming actor. Oh no, it was his final. Yep, it looks like that's the last one. Yeah. From what I heard, they seem to include him a lot more than people expected. So that's a good thing, It sucks because a lot of people were hoping in a Mac Miller documentary, or documentary biopic, he'd be the one to play him because you look at him and he's like, oh man, that's a Mac Miller lookalike. And also shout out Chris. I see he's doing his or he just released his top 100 Drake songs of all time, 20 through 11. Yeah, he's almost done. He's finishing his story.
Be sure to check that out too on the Real Rap website. And there's also written reviews too that we put up, and a lot of stories. So there's a lot of cool stuff on Real Rap Entertainment. Yeah, we definitely want to keep putting out more content for you guys. I know there was some time where we're kind of off for a month, and we're still trying to figure out a constant schedule, because before we were constant and we would do it we would record every Wednesday and then the episode would be out Thursday. So we're still in the works of figuring out a constant day where we're going to be. But in the meantime, though, we're definitely going to put out some reviews, articles on the website, and we want to keep you guys up to date, just like we're keeping ourselves up to date. We definitely want to keep you guys up to date on the movies, news, television, all that, all that fun stuff that's been going on in the world.
Yeah, no, like I say, I was just mentally not in a good space for a while, so that's why we took that break for 2 months, but we're back, and we've been consistently uploading at least, so that's a good thing. As you saw, we were at the BadBunny concert. I was there representing both Real Rap and Viva Radio, so that was a very exciting thing. I'll talk about that a little bit, but and I'll at the end of this video, I'll leave you guys out with one piece of footage I have not released yet. There's a couple that you'll see on the Viva YouTube, and there's of course a YouTube short about the BadBunny concert on our page also. I posted a short a couple hours ago, last night. Actually, yeah, yesterday. I don't even remember when I posted. I think it was yesterday. So, I know that's been out for a while, but yeah, check that short out. But I'll leave you guys with one piece of footage before we end it here. But yeah, it was a pretty good experience for the most part. Check out Viva Radio for most of that stuff, because there might be some I do here, especially when it comes to English artists and everything, because this is mostly in English. But for Spanish artists, definitely check out Viva Radio at Viva Zona on YouTube. So check that out and everything. And yeah, I think that's it for movie news, right? I don't think there's anything else. But I will say, I saw a couple trailers last week. Do you see the one for Trap, M. Night Shyamalan's newest movie, Javi?
Yes, I did. Yes, with Josh Hartnett. Yes. I saw Trap. Yeah, looks crazy. I feel like they should have saved it though because they kind of give away a little bit of the twist in the movie. But I feel like they should have saved it, to keep the audience in shock. But yeah, looking forward to it. I saw M. Night Shyamalan's last movie, Knock at the Cabin. That was pretty good. So
I'm surprised that didn't have a twist in that movie, by the way.
Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah, it didn't really have a twist.
Yeah, because we kind of knew, they had to sacrifice people, but it was interesting. It was an enjoyable movie for the most part. I thought Batista did a good job. But yeah, Trap, that comes out in August, right? I believe
so. Yeah, I believe so. And also, I just found out that there's a movie called The Exorcism coming out here with Russell Crowe in it. So I'm like, he's doing another one of these? He was just in The Pope's Exorcist last year.
So they're doing another like a sequel?
No. This is a separate exorcism movie. It has no relation to Pope's Exorcist.
Oh wow! So he's going on and he's trying to change up the genre into horror with the Exorcist films.
Yeah, he's been doing some weird projects lately. Now he's got Kraven the Hunter in August. I keep forgetting that's coming out in August. That's definitely getting a long review. I'm surprised I didn't give Madam Web a long review because if it was really garbage, it's so bad. But I guess I'd sum it up in a minute because I don't know what else. I could go into it so much that I might have to save it for a different podcast because I could give you the key points. So spoiler alert, folks. I guess essentially the best way to put it is that there's a tribe of Spider-Men that do you care about spoilers, Javi? I should have asked you before. Okay. All right. Yeah. Basically, Spider-Man's kind of culturally appropriating in this universe. This tribe of Spider-Men who have costumes that look like the Spider-Man costume, which is what the villain of the movie gets inspired by. So he makes his suit. So yeah, basically he's stealing from a tribe that gets no respect and everything, and he's using it for his own branding. And yeah, shame on Spider-Man. That universe of Spider-Man, absolute disgusting human being. But yeah, that's one point I'll just put out there because it's so stupid that I just can't get over it. Because man, this dude is stealing his look from a bad guy and a tribe that he's stealing from other people's cultures, and this universe is stupid, bro. This freaking Sony universe is so stupid. I gave it a chance. I had enough. I've had enough. It's bad. It's garbage. This really could have been a whole review. I don't know why I didn't do a review on it. I should have. Would have been. I have so much to say about this movie, but I did put it in my letterbox, which you guys should check out, by the way. But it's so insanely stupid that I just could not process it and everything.
Yeah, I saw it. You gave it a half a star.
That's what it deserves.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give it a shot. I mean, I know my expectations are definitely pretty low for it. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll give it a shot. I mean, hopefully it should come on to Netflix at some point because it's Sony. So I'll give it a shot. Not too thrilled about it. I know I'm not going to be blown away, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Let me tell you, your expectations are low, but it's still not going to beat your expectations because it's that shit of a movie. It's so bad. I don't know why it exists. No one asked for it. There's just a lot. No actual Spider-Woman. I know you heard that already. It's just a mistake of a movie. Failed mistake of a movie. Well, yeah, it's just a mistake. I don't know why it exists, but yeah. And guess what? The MCU has one movie with Deadpool and Wolverine this year. DC Studios has one movie with Joker Folie à Deux this year. Oh, yeah. And the motherfucking Sony has 3 of these garbage movies coming out this year. Of course, the worst one has the most. But I'm looking forward to Venom 3 still. So I don't care. But Kraven the Hunter, we'll see. It has a good director, but it's Sony, so we'll see.
Kind of up in the air. But yeah, I mean, Venom, I like Venom. I know Venom is not well received by critics, but I actually liked the first one. The second one was okay, but I'm down to definitely check out Venom 3. I for the most part, I enjoyed it. So yeah. But yeah, anything else before we wrap up?
So I also saw there's an official trailer for The Watchers now, and that's directed by another Shyamalan. Oh. Yeah, I didn't know there was more of them. But yeah, so this is directed by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, so I'm gonna check it out later. And then apparently Entrapped the Singer is M. Night Shyamalan's other daughter. So he's just bringing more of his family. He's bringing the family in here. Crazy, and that's crazy. But hey, good for them and everything. Who is releasing Trap? Is that? Because I know WB's doing the Watchers. I wonder if it's like it was like a 2-person deal or something. Because, you know,
was it Universal?
It might be. No, they're both Warner Brothers. So WB's like, yeah, we'll release a movie for you, M. Night Shyamalan, and then we'll do it for your daughter too, just to spicing up the deal and everything. So that's interesting. I'll check both of them out. Why not? The Watchers actually did kind of look a little bit interesting from the teaser that I saw. So I'm willing to check it out, but hey, this is the summer of the Shyamalans, Javi. Yeah, you got two of them, not just one, 2 of them. Nice. But this is her director debut, yeah. So I'm interested. I wonder if she's, you know, what she's gonna take away from, you know, what her dad has probably helped her, you know, help teach her as a director, and maybe, you know, stuff from her own style. Mm-hmm. I'm really interested, you know, like, is she going to be the usual Shyamalan style or that, or, you know, with a mix of her own stuff, or maybe just her own style? I don't know. It's interesting, you know. You never know with you know, director, like, there's a lot of directors that have their own style, you know, when it comes to, you know, a big Hollywood family. Like, you know, you look at the Coppolas, like, you know, you have Francis Ford, of course he has his own style, and then you have Sofia Coppola, and there's a lot of Coppolas too. My goodness, it's insane. People forget Nicolas Cage is a Coppola too, because he's like, him and Jason Schwartzman, everyone forget that they're both Coppolas, because they don't have, you know, it's Nick Cage, and then there's Jason Schwartzman. They're not Coppola, you know, they don't have Coppola in there. I mean, Nick Cage does have it in his name. It's just his stage name is Nicolas Cage. Yeah, because I think something like Nicolas Coppola was taken already or something like that when he was doing the SAG, the SAG, you know, when he was signing up for SAG and everything. So yeah, it's there's a lot of who else? What else is another famous Hollywood family?
You have a few. So yeah, you have the Coppolas. Who else do we have? We have the Wayans family. Yeah. The Wayans brothers. They were a big family. Who else? They're directors. I feel like.
What's that guy?
The Coen brothers. I mean, they're a duo.
I mean, like family. You know,
like a big fathers. Alec Baldwin, the Baldwins.
Yeah. But like as directors.
Directors.
What's that guy's name? The guy that had the Twilight Zone incident. He has a son named Max. I forgot his name.
What's his name? Are you talking about Mel Brooks?
No, not Mel Brooks. Shoot, what's his name? All right. I could find this right now. I'm determined and everything. Twilight. He has a son named Max that got exposed for being a creep also. But Max and John and Max Landis. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. That's who I was thinking of.
John Landis. Oh.
Yeah. And then I think that's it. Yeah, as far as I remember. There's more, of course, but you know.
Yeah.
Those are like the ones I remember.
That come to mind for sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, guys. This is going to be a pretty short episode because, you know, Javi's got to get going. I got to do some other stuff, but we wanted to get, you know, take some time to record. Thank you guys for joining this very, very short episode of the Real Rap Podcast. So I'm sure some of you will appreciate the short length, considering our last 2 episodes were past an hour because we had so much to talk about. And yeah, because, you know, WrestleMania and all this other stuff, like there was a lot of stuff to talk about. So, you know, but I'm glad you guys, you know, reviewing and everything. It warms our hearts to see you guys, you know, still be here after our small hiatus. But hey, we're uploading every week. We're posting a lot more shorts too, you know, because I know some of y'all love those shorts, you know, those 45-second to 1 minute shorts, because hey, you know, I know not everyone will have the time to see, you know, the long form videos, so why not put the short form videos too, the 1 minute ones. And then you got Javi's reviews that are 5. My reviews are probably going to be longer because I just can't stop talking. So Javi's better at, you know, finding like the right words for a short amount of time, whereas I do not. But yeah, like I mean, like if you compare my reviews to yours, like mine go like 15 minutes. Yours good, you know, you get to the point in 5 minutes. It takes me 15 minutes to get to my point.
Okay. I mean, hey, everybody, reviews things differently. So, no worries. Some people like them long reviews. Some people like them short. Yeah. So, hey, man, it works.
You don't talk spoilers, and I forgot I talk spoilers in mine.
I try to keep it spoiler free, just in case if no one's seen it, but they're kind of curious about seeing it. But, everyone's got their own style. That's cool.
Yeah, because some of them have to like just spoil everything because I get mad or I like it a lot that I just like to talk about it. Or I just do one, but that's why I do the 1 minute reviews too. Like that's what I'm gonna do for Monkey Man and Dune. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm just gonna, do a 1 minute review for both and release them, and you guys can watch and everything and see my takes on it. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching another episode of the Real Rap Podcast. This was JP.
This has been Javi. Thank you guys again, and stay tuned for our next episode here at the Real Rap Podcast.
And before we end it off fully, check out this small clip from the BadBunny concert. Enjoy, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.